Breaking news, breaking news. Courts in Israel acknowledge that or identify the Igbo Nigerian people as the direct descendants of Israel. I'm going to cut that title short, of course. Anyway, this is as of 3 weeks to a month ago. It's right here. It says, okay, let me just go down the line. It says Pesach then on the Israelite identity of the Igbo people, which are Nigerian people, the Nigerians. And Igbo goes back to Hebrew. It says history of the Obadiah alliance. It says rabbis, but you can see this individual here. They're following this, the small hats in Israel. They're following their form of Judaism. Judaism is religion. So that we're not following Judaism, we are the descendants of the Jews. And for that matter, the rest of the tribes. It says rabbis have just recognized as of a month ago, this was a month ago, this article was 3 weeks ago, this article was 3 weeks ago. It says rabbis have just recognized the Igbos of Nigeria as Jews. Sephardic Bet Din rules that the Igbos of Nigeria are Israelites. Obadiah alliance. Bet Din, Bet meaning house or house of, Jewish rabbinical court rules that Igbos are children of Israel. So I'm gonna show you something. If these Nigerians, the people of Igbo of Nigeria are the descendants of the Israelites, that opens up a whole can of worms, because now you know when the tribes or kingdom of Judah had fled from the onslaught of the Romans in 70 AD under Titus, and they fled into Africa. And they knew to flee into Africa because they were back and forth in Africa, man. You had large communities of Israelites in Africa, especially during the time of the Greek oppression. Because you had a lot of, if you go to Acts, the 2nd chapter, about dealing with the Pentecost, it said that some of those Israelites, Jews, devout men out of every heaven, out of everywhere under heaven, a lot of those people came from Alexandria, Egypt, and other parts of the continent of Africa. Now, the ones that stoned Stephen in Acts the 7th chapter, it said that they were Alexandrian Jews, meaning they were Israelites that were living and they had communities in Egypt. So when we fled as a people, there were already Israelites in Africa. There were already Israelites up in Europe Asia Minor, so you can understand, all up in Greece, in Spain, and so forth. There was even a group of believers in Babylon, in Iraq. So, you know, we've been known this, but now you have Jewish rabbinical courts acknowledging that the people of the Igbo people, which Igbo means Hebrew. The Igbo people are the Hebrews. Another way of saying Igbo are the Hebrews. So this truth is, we almost out of here, man. It says, Jewish court recognizes Igbos as Israelites, says they should be treated as one or as Israelites. So for them to come out and say this, make this statement, make this admission, they have to know that we are Jews too. We are Israelites too. Well, not Jews, we are Israelites. You notice it didn't say, okay, here's one that was put up by Zion Lex. We know Zion Lex. All right, Savadic Bet, I believe that's house of Den. Now I believe Den means Dan, the house of Dan. They're saying that they're the house of Dan. Rules that the Igbo of Nigeria are Israelites, not Jews, but Israelites. As you can see, I didn't watch any of these videos. I'll watch these videos in a little bit. I believe this may just be an interview with this individual right here. I don't know him. I guess this is an interview with Zion Lex. I don't know. I'll watch it in a little while. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Let me just click on this. Now I'm gonna leave it alone. It might hit me with a copyright strike. And then you got churches. Okay, this is Abadya Alliance speaks on ruling of Igbos. And this is from the Boom Church. Okay, it says this video has been provided by Zion Lex TV. So it is Zion Lex. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead. If Zion Lex has a problem with it, I'll take it down. No big deal. No big deal. This is for educational purposes anyway. I don't make money off of this. Okay, that's so long. You know what? Let me click on this one. Listen up. I hope you can hear it. Got to listen to this goddamn commercial.
Current chairman of the alliance, established in the year 2015, city of Miami, Florida. Many people have been asking, who is the Obadiah Alliance? Who are these Rabbanim, part of the 13? The Obadiah Alliance was established in order to assist those Jews who have been marginalized and disenfranchised from temporary Jewish communities, wherever they may be around the world. It is our mission and vision to educate and to empower those Jews who have been estranged from their ancestral faith and tradition. For that matter, the Obadiah Alliance was organized this vision in the year 2015, namely Dayan Jacob Joseph de Oliveira, Dayan Eliezer Tabor, Rabbi Hananiah Cohen, Rabbi Ariel Abel, Rabbi Haim Obadia, and myself as sitting Dayan as well. You should know that the Obadiah Alliance is comprised of Rabbanim, Dayanim, who are experts not only in Jewish law, but also various disciplines of academia, such as linguistics, sciences, and anthropology. These expertise permits the Obadiah Alliance to be able to rule on many cases of Jewish law, not only cases of monetary law and civil law, but also in cases of Shikar, Berur Yahadut, cases of issuing Jewish certificates, also verifying and establishing the status of Jewishness, those who are seeking that. To this day, the Obadiah Alliance has been able to help various persons in Europe, that is Israel, United States, Caribbean, South America, establishing Jewish identity of those who have been estranged from local communities. As such, the Obadiah Alliance has a global vision to continue to help those who are in need of empowerment. שלום עליכם לכל חכמים שנמצאו בתור כל העולם.
Now you can tell by the way he speaks the Hebrew, it's the way the small hats speak the Hebrew, because this group, and I would assume that he's a Nigerian, of Nigerian descent, which is number Jake. We have the same DNA. Anyway, I was one guy, I forget the guy's name. I either read it in an article or heard on the video. Matter of fact, it was an article that I kind of read. I didn't save it. And he said he had a dream. He was a man in Nigeria, and he had a dream or a vision that he was one of the, tribes of Israel, and that the people that he lived amongst in Africa are the Israelites. And I forget the exact year, but he built an organization around that dream. So you have a lot of practicing Jews, I would say, because what they're doing is they're following the small hats, with the zitzes and the type of Hebrew that they speak. They follow the calendar, I would think, of the so-called Jews, because I believe that they believe that they're Jews as well, which they're not. But anyway, you saw it, you heard it. A handful of basic scriptures come to mind. Revelation 11, Ezekiel chapter 37. Hosea 1, in a place where it said, "You're not my people." There, it should be told unto you, "You are the sons of the living power." So this is the great awakening. Isaiah 19, Jeremiah 50, Jeremiah 51, two major chapters. Because before this before this system is destroyed, a certain number of our people have to wake up, and the world has to know that we are those people. It says in Isaiah that shake the hands, lift the upper banner, shake the hands, exalt the voice, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. So the top leadership, the elite of this system has to know that we are those people. And the elite know exactly who we are, and they know who they are. They know that they're the Edomites. Anyway, I'm going to show you something. I just pulled this up. I put in Google, I typed in most American blacks are Nigerian. So if we are Nigerian, now if the Igbo of Nigeria are Israelites, what about the other Nigerian people? What about the Yoruba, in which Nas, his father called him Nas for short for Nasir. And he knows that he's a Nigerian. He knows that he's a Yoruba. And then you have the Igbo, and then you have other tribes. Then you got to deal with Ghana. You got to deal with Sierra Leone. Senegal. Malcolm X's father was from Senegal. He was a Senegalese. We are those people. Queen Latifah is a Nigerian. Morgan Freeman is a Nigerian. Anthony Joshua, the heavyweight boxer from England, he's Nigerian. The Nigerians, mainly the Nigerians, the people of Cameroon, those are Israelites as well. They're taking over the whole UFC. You got at least 3 or 4 Nigerians. Well, some of them are Nigerian. One of them is from Cameroon. They're world champions in the UFC and the boxing world and the entertainment world. Deborah Cox out of Canada, and that's a Jake woman. She sung that song. She's famous for that song. How did you get here? You shouldn't be here. I'm not going to try to sing it. I'm not going to embarrass myself. But she's Nigerian. Oh, Vivica Fox or Vivica A. Fox, whatever her name is, she's Nigerian. There's so many Nigerians in America that you think they were Negroes that was born over here in America. Some of them were born over there. Some of them, they're second generation, U.S. citizens from their parents. Their parents got the accent. I run into Nigerians and Ghanaians all the time. They ain't nothing but Jake. They ain't nothing but shit talking Jake. They talk shit with an accent. Their sons and their daughters act just like Jake. So it says here, why so many why so many African Americans have Nigerian ancestry? I'm not going to read the article. That's up to you to do. This was as of August 10th, 2020. Previous genetic studies have shown that African Americans in the US have more African DNA from the population that live near present day. So most of you Jakes, you're Nigerian. If you're not Nigerian, you're you're from the Lamba tribe, which they said the Lamba tribe are the Levites, or from Ghana. Surprisingly, many African Americans hold Nigerian heritage. Oh, this guy, what's this guy? Damn. Can't think of his name. He's a big preacher. The guy with the gap tooth, big black preacher. I can't think of the guy's name, but you know, it'll come back to me. Because he was on he was on African American Lives. Oprah was on that show, and her line goes back to the people of Cameroon. Chris Tucker, he was on the show. His line goes back to the people of Cameroon. Oh, T.D. Jakes. T.D. Jakes is I believe he's a Nigerian. He was on the show. They did the DNA test, and his line went back to Nigeria. So many. Okay, so surprisingly many African Americans hold Nigerian heritage. We're part of the same Hepler group. Now it says here from www.sciencedirect.com. So many Nigerians. Why is Nigeria overpassed as the, okay, let me read on. I'm not going to click on it. I'm not going to click on it. It says the genetics of African North Americans are complex. Amalgamations of modern Nigeria currently includes more than 200 distinct ethnic. Let me click on that. I must be allowed to click on that. Okay, let's see how many, what we can find here. I'm not going to go crazy. Okay, it says so many Nigerians. Why is Nigeria overrepresented as the ancestral genetic homeland of legacy African? Ooh, I'm glad I clicked on that. Let me read that again, nice and slow. So many Nigerians from West Africa, so you can understand why is Nigeria overrepresented as the ancestral genetic homeland of legacy African North Americans. And I'm not going to read anymore. That's all I need. So this truth is coming out. Okay, right here it says, people also search for, I just found out I'm Nigerian. Igbo versus Yoruba, slavery. Like I said, Nas, the rapper Nas, his line goes back to Yoruba, which are a tribe of the Nigerians. So this is a message out here for the ISUPK. Don't be getting on those people, man. Those are Israelites. Captain Tazariak, you didn't know any better when you got on that young boy. That boy, I believe he's from Ghana. That boy wasn't nothing but a Jake, man, that would happen to be born in Africa. Because they didn't get all the Jakes. Wow, Nigerian American musicians. Let me click on that, see what happens. Wow, let me, ooh. Wait a minute. Okay, list of Nigerian Americans, 10 American rappers you never knew are Nigerians. I have to click on that. Let me let this come on up. First one on the list, Nas. I was speaking about him. Nas, the rapper Nas. Nasir Ben, Ben meaning son of Olu Dera Jones, which his father named him that. And his father knew that his line goes back to the Yoruba. So I didn't know this was going to come up. It said Nas, Nasir Ben Olu Dera Jones. And that man ain't nothing Hamitic about Nas. All right. Professionally known as Nas, is an American rapper and songwriter famous for songs like I Can and The World Is Yours. His jazz musician father, because the tree didn't fall from far from the tree, the apple didn't fall far from the tree. His musical talent came from his father. Yoruba descent. So his father directly traced their line back to the people of Yoruba, the Nigerians. Wali, I remember I first said, well, Wali, he's a Nigerian rapper. Chameleonaire, he did that song. Did he do Riding Dirty? I believe he did that song. He from out of Texas. He act just like a Jake. His name is Hakeem Sariki, aka Chameleonaire, is an American rapper famous for the songs like Hip Hop Police and Good Morning. His father is a Muslim Nigerian. Fat Tony. Let me come back. Let me give you a couple of precepts. Let me list of Nigerian Americans. There's a long list. Oh, John Amos from Good Times. He's a straight up, I believe he's Nigerian. I know he's African. I know he's West African. You gonna tell me he's a Hamite? I said Morgan Freeman. You can't get no more Negro than Morgan Freeman. Let's move on. Okay, 39 black celebrities in Hollywood with Nigerian. There you go. Sade. Oh my goodness. My man is a Nigerian. Oh, snap. But I should have said Vernon Forrest. Vernon Forrest, Nigerian. I can't get this guy's name. it's hard to pronounce his name, but he was in 12 Years a Slave. You know, he was in this movie. He was in, I believe he was in a couple of movies with Denzel. He played opposite Denzel. Sade, her father is a Nigerian. Forrest Whitaker, Nigeria. Igbo, Igbo people is pronounced Igbo, not Igbo. And look, you don't act nothing like a Hamite. You act like a Jake, because he is a Jake. No, I didn't know. No, I did know. I did know that Danny Glover was Nigerian. Ain't nothing but a Jake. It's hard to pronounce this guy's name. Chiwetel Ejiofor. He played in a 12 Years a Slave. Solomon Northup. Teo Cruz. Adewale Akinoyi Agbiji. And this guy played in a lot of movies. Oh, he played in the 50 Cent movie. He played in the 50 Cent movie that was dealing with so-called 50 Cent's moms. And he was behind killing her. If you remember the movie, dude was acting just like a Jake. Why? Because he is a Jake. He would just happen to be born in Nigeria. Right, this is Chameleonaire. And this is Wally. Oh, Tyler the Creator. He's a rapper. Very creative writer, a rapper. This is a Nigerian chick. Okay, this brother right here, if I'm not mistaken, I believe he played for the NFL, if I'm not mistaken. And he's married to what's his chick? Her name, I believe her last name is Washington. She used to deal with a lot of white boys, but she got a taste of the hot chocolate and never went back. Okay, I don't know this guy. Okay, this motherfucker right here, if I'm not mistaken, is actually a man that's posing as a woman. I don't know if he or it changed his plumbing. Okay, this is the chick from was she one of the ones that played in the Wakanda movie? Oh, this guy, Nonso Anozie, is Nigerian. There was a movie on sort of a docudrama of the Bible, and they had the story of Samson, and he played Samson, and he had dreadlocks. Because remember, Samson couldn't cut his hair. Samson didn't have dreadlocks. He had cornrows, so you can understand. It was 7 cornrows. 7 braids. I seen her. I don't know her too well. Okay, this is the guy, John Boyega, and he played in recently in the Star Wars franchise. I don't know her. Okay, she played in a couple of movies. Very pretty woman. Come on back. All right. Tokes Ola Gun Doi. She looks very familiar. Okay, this dude, this cat, he played in Waiting to Excel, and he's from New York. Donald Faison. He's Nigerian. Look at this now. This is royalty right here. That's royalty sitting right there. Jadina. Yo, he's definitely an Israelite. Just by, I mean, if they ever make a movie about Othello, he should be in that movie. He should play Othello. Got the beard too. And it's not a Hamitic beard, it's a Jake beard. Hamites' beards grow or not at all because they're heathens. Oh, there we go. Believe it or not, he's a Nigerian. TD Jakes. Igbo people. Get out of here. Oh my goodness. You're going to tell me that Jim Brown, Hall of Famer Jim Brown, is a Hamite? No, that's a Jake. Jim Brown, Nigeria. I'm gonna leave it on him for a while. He ain't nothing but a Negro. He ain't nothing but a Negro. Jim Brown is a Nigerian. Can you believe it? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going a little too fast. Come on now. Let me see who this guy is. He's a comedian, actor. This is RAWCHAA, Nigerian. Amarosa, Mary Galt, Nigerian Yoruba people. So she's from the same tribe as Nasir. Oh, I didn't know my man was Nigerian. Oh my goodness. Hill Harper. And when I see him, I think of the movie In Too Deep. He made a statement. He said, you could see she's smiling at you. she's smiling at you with her blank. He had the blonde hair. Hill Harper, Nigeria and Ghana. Nigerian and Ghanaian. You gonna tell me he's a Hamite? Okay, this chick right here. Good looking, full figured woman with the curlies. Sybil Wilkes, Nigeria. Get out of here. Dick Gregory, Nigeria and Bioko Island. He's a Nigerian. That's it. So you see how many famous people, famous Jakes are actually Nigerian. And they come looking in all colors and shades of dark skin, light skin. This chick right here can pass for like an Ephraimite or Simeonite. She can pass for one of the Latin tribes. She can pass for one of the Latin tribes. The beautiful women come out of Nigeria. And their food is good. Y'all wouldn't know that. So anyway, let me give you a couple of brief scriptures. Isaiah, give you one or two. Isaiah 11. The restored remnant. Isaiah 11:11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, who are his people, both kingdoms, Judah and Israel, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. They're going to come back together. When did they come back together? They came back together in this time. Remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt. Like I said, you had a major community of Israelites in Egypt, in Alexandria, Egypt. Alexandria was kind of, you can compare it to, you're in the United States, famous place in the United States is New York City. Well, that's like Alexandria, Egypt. What was famous about Alexandria, Egypt was that great library. The library at Alexandria, Egypt. And Alexandria is named after Alexander. And from Patros and from Cush, the land of Ethiopia, what is this, Nipsey Hussle? He from Atria, which is Cush. That ain't number the land of Cush, the number of Ethiopians. And from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. And then when we get together, this is yet to happen. 14 verse. But they shall fly upon the shoulder of the Philistine toward the west, and they shall spoil them of the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom, the Edomites, so they're still here, and Moab and the children of Ammon shall obey them. Another precept that comes to mind is Ezekiel chapter 37. Let me go to that. I'm not going to read the whole chapter. Just a couple of precepts will come to mind. It says in 2nd Ezra 13, around about before the 40th verse, around about the 40th verse, it says, and then they shall come, meaning the other tribes are already here, and then they shall come as the tribe of Judah, tribe of Levi, tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Judah, tribe of Benjamin, tribe of Levi. So when you Edomites came against these people, the people of North, Central, and South America, and the three tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and you cast us into slavery, you put us on cargo ships. You did it to the royal people of the Most High, the chosen of the Most High. So you're gonna pay in a big way. Just like if somebody kidnaps an Italian kid and he finds out his father and his family are all mobsters. When they catch your ass, you might as well just kill yourself. Because when they catch you, they're gonna do it, they're gonna give it to you, man. Oh, they're gonna give it to you. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna read all this, but it tells you about the Dry Valley. That's talking about Jake in America. A verse, and when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came up upon them, and skin covered them. The skin is our identity. The bones in the flesh is bringing the tribes together. That's why we have the 12 tribe sign, which is in the 16th verse. It said, then said he unto me, prophesy to the wind, prophesy son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith Yahweh the Most High, come from the four winds and breathe. The breath is the knowledge. And breathe upon these slain that they may live. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army. So you got Israelite camps all over the place, man. And see, Vocab, he tries to go head to head with us, but there's too many of us. Every time you make one video, the Israelites, not just GMS, but the other major groups out there that the Lord is dealing with, because I'll say this, the Lord is dealing with them too. Because they're teaching the people that they're Israelites. They just don't have 100% truth. Every one video that you make, Vocab, about 1,000 videos came out dealing with the Israelite side. So you can't compete. You can't compete. You can't compete. You like a Pop Warner football team going against an NFL team. You're like fifth grade basketball team going against the LA Lakers or the Chicago Bulls or the Brooklyn Nets or the New York Knicks, which is stand for Knickerbockers. You just can't compete. You should just give it up. It says, then he said unto me, son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. Behold, they say our bones are dry and our hope is lost. We are cut off for our parts. So what are our parts? The other tribes. The other tribe. That's also in Psalms. Psalms, the second chapter, where the heathen are raging because they want to be the next big thing. The next big thing are the Israelites. And the Most High is going to give us the power. The Most High is going to come and fight for us because we are his chosen. We are the apple of his eye. And the Most High, also in this chapter, Ezekiel 37, he's going to take us back to the land. There it goes. Reunion of Judah and Israel. There's no record of Judah, the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel coming back together. When did they come back together? In this time. That's why the Lord told Ezekiel to carry around a sign right here. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.